embarrassing day today for the Port Adelaide Football Club and its supporters.
They will be remembered, these players, as destroying my club.
Boy.
Oh, that is tragic. You hate seeing the downfall of somebody, but this could be the...
He might even do it himself, Dern. This might be that cruel. And I know he never gives up the way he played the game. He was a great warrior. 3 minutes 20, he's gone in the rooms. Cannot face what's going to happen out there. This is tragic.
Pure disappointment. I guess a bit of embarrassment, really. Yeah, it hurts.
Port Adelaide, absolute disgrace. They should be completely ashamed of themselves. They've probably just about got their coach sacked, and every player should seriously look in the mirror and have a good hard look at themselves, because they are an absolute disgrace to put on our football jumper.
It's a reminder of how quickly the world can turn with the right set of circumstances.
You got many times sacked.
How do you feel
in that comment?
Mate, it was the 22 that ran out there that day that got him sacked. They were terrible that day.
They were.
They meet again. You were in Adelaide for what happened on Sunday night.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
We were both there, weren't we? And the turnaround the last 18 months, Robbo, and you know, it's incredible. And I haven't seen it in my time in football. And a lot of people might say, well, you know, Hawthorn were on the brink, and they were, but they didn't turn it around in 18 months.
No, they did not.
The way Port have. And what we saw Sunday night, Jared, was incredible. The atmosphere was electric. More important, I was just talking to Baz just about outside. When we go into the rooms with the Port boys, and when you're out in the ground, we're doing that boundary riding that we do, almost to a man, every single player will come up and just shake your hand. How you going, Moons? How you going, Baz?
Did they really?
You know, and a lot of other players do it, but so many more players at Port do it. They're just young, and they're very respectful young kids, and it's the one thing I've really noticed about them, how so respectful they are.
Well, it's infectious, their success on field. It seems to be their whole club, and we've spoken about it, as Moon said. You go down to their rooms to do interviews, and their media guy actually comes to you. Who do you want? So you can just see the whole club as a whole, not just on field. On field's great and everyone sees that, but we see it off field and down the rooms when it's all stripped back, that the whole club as a whole is working beautifully together, and it's a great story.
Do you see a premiership in this group? Do they play football? Back onto the 22 on the field, okay? Because you know, quite rightly you're critical of the 22 18 months ago. The 22 on the field at the moment, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing a very confident, fast-moving, electrifying football team. And
defensively sound.
Defensively sound because they push back so hard. You know, they get their numbers back, they help out their defence. I was saying to Basil as well, I saw Travis Boak, and a few of their players, but in their last quarter, I saw him do 4, 5, maybe even 6, 80 to 120 metre sprints from one end to the other in that last quarter. And in my opinion, I've always thought Geelong were the fittest team in the AFL because I watched them train over the last how many years, and I know how big their pre-seasons are. And I know they're coming off the back of a Hawthorn game and 6-day break, but I saw Geelong blokes 30 metres behind him, just couldn't keep up. Their running ability is just incredible. But
like any good football club, there's an even contribution through the whole 22 players, and that's what you're getting at the moment. Every good football club, someone contributes. Even when you're having a bad game, someone contributes something on that day, and that's what they're getting at the moment, and good on them.
So I'll break confidences here. I'm not sure if you've said it publicly. You said to me on Sunday night that you could recognise so much of what you lived through in 2007 in what they're living through now.
Well, it's just the excitement of every time you win, the excitement's there. I mean, when you win for 4 or 5 years, sometimes wins are just blurred into the next win, Robbo, but when you're young and you're coming from where they came from, like Baz said, the excitement is just infectious. And you can see, we saw parents through there, and saw Boki give his mum a bit of a head rub and
Feel on your chair.
Cookie walked away, the hair scruffed everywhere. It's quite funny to see, but just stuff like that. And you just see the club just so excited about what's going on.
Is it the players? I want to ask you, players when they get in that sort of situation, they then don't want to let down their teammates or let down their club.
No, not at this point. You don't.
So you're sort of setting standards, aren't you? As well as playing good football, players start to feel, well, I don't want to let you down, and I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down, Keith Thomas or David Koch. You know, there's
well, one thing it does, it
standards.
stands out. Because everyone's doing everything right.
Yeah.
If you do something wrong, it stands out.
One thing I did know is Koshy's massive.
Yes.
I didn't realise
How tall he
how
is.
big he was.
He's a big human.
Yeah, he is.
Huge.
He is.
Okay, while we chat